I'm Brigham Larson with Brigham Larson Pianos. We just finished up this Kawai piano. This is a 5'9" grand piano that we did a full refurbish on, and it turned out beautiful. In fact, this piano, we did a full refurbish on it. We actually also replaced the bass strings and the bass tuning pins because they didn't quite have the richness that I wanted. It's a 1973, and so the treble strings, which are from about here up, those treble strings still sounded good. They've got plenty of life and decades left in them, but the bass strings I didn't like, so we replaced those. And then we actually had a guy come in shortly after we finished it, and he said, yes, this is exactly the piano that I want. The only thing that is missing, he said, I want it super polished, super shiny, because we did all of the guts, but we didn't do the exterior. And so we spent about a week after that just polishing everything like crazy and making the exterior perfect. I invited him back in and he said, you know what, I want bigger. So he ended up getting a bigger piano than this one. So in the meantime, we have a piano that's perfectly refurbished and beautifully polished out cosmetically. So I wasn't intending to do that, but this guy asked me to, and then changed his mind. So great. Maybe why don't we start there in the kind of tour of this piano? Okay, 5'9" is not a bad size. It was not sufficient for the guy that was looking at this piano originally, but it's actually a really good size for a living room. 5 foot is maybe a little bit small. This piano here, to kind of give you some context, might look a little bit squat, and it doesn't quite have the same power and projection. This one is 4'7", so you can see that's very small. This one on the other side, this is also a Kawai. This is a 1979 Kawai. If you can get kind of, I don't know if the video shows perspective of that one, that's a 7'3", so that one's enormous, which personally I have a 9-foot piano in my home, but so obviously the bigger the better as far as I'm concerned, but for a lot of people 7'3" is a bit much. 5'9", I think for most pianos that I've tuned in people's homes, doing tuning and repair in home service, this is kind of like right at the average, anywhere from maybe 5'8" to 6 foot. That's generally what I see. Big enough that it has really good tone, but not so big that it overpowers or physically takes over the living room. Okay, let's look at it. Let's look at it cosmetically. I think the polishing really did this piano a real service. Looks beautiful. So cosmetically, I would say that this piano is in A condition. There are minor, tiny blemishes. Frankly, having been in this business, in the piano industry for almost 30 years now, even a brand new piano, by the time it's in somebody's house for a week, or somebody that has children, by the time it's in somebody's house for a couple days, it's not even going to look this good. So yes, it has tiny blemishes, but I would still give this piano an easy A, possibly even an A+. The blemishes are so minuscule that you hardly even notice them. Basically, it looks brand new. Let's get the pedal. As part of that, also he did emphasize that he really wanted everything beautifully polished. So we've got those casters and the pedals polished up to that beautiful high polish. Same with things like the hinges and this lock here. It's very pretty. Okay, so that's cosmetics. And then back to what I was talking about with what we did on the guts. So this piano, even though replacing the bass strings, that's really more from like a restoration column, I would consider this piano to be refurbished, with maybe that asterisk of it also has brand new bass strings and tuning pins. So that's kind of a nice bonus, I would say. And it has those, yeah, you can get a shot of the tuning pins in there, and you can see the bass strings, how they're brand new and shiny. But of course, what you want out of a new set of bass strings is not cosmetics. What you want is tone, and these bass strings absolutely have it. Then in the other the other aspects of refurbishing that I'm referring to, so we reshape the hammers and align the hammers and travel the hammers so that they're not going off to one side or the other. Tighten all of the screws, lubricate the knuckles, bolster the knuckles, regulate the entire action. So that includes everything from damper timing to blow distance to let off, drop, spring strength, dip, jack position, rep lever height. I might be missing a handful of others, but it's a very thorough process to give the action just the right touch. It's kind of a general rule. A piano that is played kind of a normal amount, 20 to 25 years, is about how long it needs or how long it has before all of these procedures are required. Okay, let's listen to it. Showcase those bass strings that are brand new. Nice bass, especially for a 5'9". It's a really nice piano. Brand new, this piano would be quadruple the price, possibly even more. You know, there again, do we have it brand new? No, this is a 1973, and most of the components, other than the bass strings and maybe a handful of components that needed to be replaced, they are original to 1973. But this piano is functioning as well as it possibly can, considering those parts, which they're in very good condition. And so for that reason, I think it's an excellent value at only a quarter the price of what this piano would be if it were brand new. And I think functionally, this piano is going to be virtually indistinguishable. You know, it's going to be not exactly what a brand new piano is going to be, but pretty darn close. Definitely not quadruple the value. That's for sure. Maybe, I don't know, 95, 98%, whatever. Okay, that's great piano, great value. Kawai's great name. Thanks for watching.